What's going on, family? It's your boy DeAndre Saxton back for another video, coming to you from beautiful Dubai. How you like this better setup? I'm in my workspace right now, and I'm trying to find like the best place to make YouTube videos, but it's still early. Everybody's sleeping. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. But without further ado, you heard the title. Here's the 5 disciplines that I've implemented into my life that made me an extra $20,000 in 2 weeks. Okay, might sound crazy, but this is what it is, and I'll actually give you an extra bonus one if you stay to the end. So, thoughts, feelings, and actions. You guys have heard me talk about this repeatedly on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at Miami Patron. You'll find it in the description. That's where I'm making, I would say, 80% of my content right now. So, I had the thought stuff down, right? That's what I learned working with Bob Proctor for almost 3 years. The conscious mind, subconscious mind, seminars, all this theory, right? I've been studying this now for almost 5 years. So that's the thought part. And then we come down to the feeling. That's all the things I learned with Dr. Joe Dispenza and meditation and week-long retreats and meditation, right? So I would believe that I had this 2 parts pretty good packed down. But there was the third part that I got introduced to when I hired Wes Watson. It was $4,000 or $3,000 for 1 hour, and then I hired him for fitness as well. So it was like $4,000 to get on a call with him for about an hour. And when he implemented these 5 daily disciplines into my life, it completely shot up my business, bringing in an extra 20 grand in less than 2 weeks. So by the end of this, you'll know exactly what I did. You can implement it yourself, and you'll see big differences in your life and your business. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's look at the first one here. The first discipline that I've implemented is a wake up time. Guys, coming from Miami, I woke up whenever I wanted. I love to work late, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, or going out, especially on weekends. And I would say my wake up times and sleep times were always inconsistent. So when I hired Wes, he said, you know what? You have to wake up anywhere between 4 to 6 a.m. Now, that was a little difficult at the start. I'm not going to lie, because I like to. Here's how it is. If you want to wake up early, don't focus on waking up early. Focus on going to bed early. Because if you're like me, I need my 7.5 to 8 hours. I've tried operating on 6. Can I do it for a couple of days? Yes, but I'm not at my most productive. I need anywhere from 7.5 to 8 hours. So I would always try to wake up early, but I would always fail or only do it for like a week or two. But what I started focusing on later on, or I guess you could say now, is going to bed early. So last night I was in bed at 9:30 and asleep around 10:30. So it makes it so much easier for me to wake up at 5:30 in the morning like I did this morning, or 6, something of this sort. And it made my life so much easier. Guys, waking up early is it's just not about waking up. It's about doing what you said you're going to do. This is the biggest key and foundation you're going to find between all of this here, is that when a man keeps his word to himself, he builds confidence, and confidence that can't be bought, a confidence that can't be, that you're not going to get this any other way other than following the disciplines that you said that you were going to do and following them. So Wes recommended 4 to 6 a.m. Now, honestly, 4 a.m. I'd have to be in bed at like 8, and that's just not happening right now. I like to stay up, till like at least 11 or 12. But right now I'm at 6 a.m. I've been loving it. I've been consistent now for over a month, and let me say it's absolutely changed everything for me. Because one of the biggest reasons is that you get your first win. Man, you got to get your first win. When you hit that snooze button, you might think, oh, it's just another 15 minutes. Oh, it's just that. No, what's happening is you are not committing to yourself. Really what it is, you're being a pussy. Let's just be real. And I am. I'm not calling you. I was. It's because what's saying is comfort and laying in this bed is more important than keeping my word to myself. And guess what? If you keep breaking your word to yourself consistently time and time again, of course you're not going to have confidence. How does a man start to build confidence? Is he bets on himself and he keeps his word to himself. So one of the biggest things out of the 5 here that I've implemented, waking up between 4 to 6 a.m. Right now I'm currently at 6 a.m. So the second one is meditation. I've been meditating now for at least the last 4 years, okay? It wasn't until I hired Wes, once again, that I actually brought this to surface and started sharing it with other people. Guys, how some people work out, we'll talk about training here in a second, how some people need to work out when they're going through tough times or to raise their frequency. For me, it's meditation. I've never been in the gym, and obviously I feel good, but if I'm not mentally right, I still can't work out. The number one thing that has changed my life has absolutely been meditation. I would not have been able to make it this far in life without having meditation. What meditation allows me to do is, obviously it's helping me raise my frequency, but really is letting me take control back of my thoughts and, most importantly, my emotions. Whenever I feel the outside world taking control of me, for example, there were some things going on yesterday in my personal life that I noticed my emotions starting to be controlled by the outside world. I started noticing myself lowering my frequency, to get into some bad habits, and I had to change that. I had to raise my frequency. You'll notice that whenever you fall into one of your vices, it's always because you're in a low frequency state or you're mentally bored and not stimulated. So what I'll do is I'll use meditation, whether it's a walking meditation or a simple 20-minute meditation, to raise my frequency so that I start thinking thoughts and feeling in a different way. And that what will happen is it will change the trajectory of my actions. Well, remember, thoughts, feelings, and actions. The actions is a physical follow through of the images we're having in our subconscious mind. The images and emotions. So if you're noticing yourself falling through negative vices, what's happening is you're coming into a negative state. You're coming from a negative low vibration. So by having meditation, implementing it multiple times throughout the day, I do a first thing in the morning, usually about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, before I do anything. Trust me, there's been moments where I would go on my phone and however was going on, business or personal or Instagram, it would dictate my emotions. So before I got on Instagram or checked my phone, I would get on my meditation. I would take control of my emotions. How can we go out there and conquer the world if you can't even conquer yourself first thing in the morning by taking control of your emotions and having your firm foundation? Then I'll do some walking meditations throughout the day. And guys, there's multiple things. I'll make more videos about this, different types of meditation, but absolutely has changed my life. Let's look at number 3 here. Number 3, love it. Obviously coming from Wes Watson, training in the gym. As you guys got to see, like we're losing a little bit of weight, building a little bit of muscle here. Really, I'm just focusing on losing weight because if I lose weight, then I think my muscles will just pop out a little bit more. I'm starting to get a little bit of veins and stuff coming out. But guys, I didn't used to train. Maybe I'll put some pictures. My first 7-figure business, I was flat. I mean, I was making a lot of money, but dude, I had a tire, love handles. I had no muscles. It was just not it. Guys, once again, it's not about just gaining muscle. It's not just about being in the gym. It's about mentally being sharp. Doing something where you're challenging yourself physically and mentally. Really going to the gym and training is more of a mental exercise than it is physical. Physical is just a manifestation, but really saying that you're going to go to the gym and actually following through with it every single day. Now, I probably go 5 to 6 days a week. That's just honestly, I like to take Sundays off. But training in the gym has done more for my mental, more for my business than any other thing that I've done here. It's just following through, man. Like that's the biggest thing I can give you out of these 5 disciplines here. It's actually following through on something. You know deep down inside, the consciousness within you knows that you need to be in the gym. You're lying to yourself if you're saying, oh man, I don't need to train, I don't need to be in the gym, getting my physical up, getting my body up. You know you're lying to yourself. You're justifying. So if we know for a fact that that's beneficial for us, why would we not do those things? That's why I talked about conscious congruency. Conscious congruency is doing things that are in alignment with our consciousness. When we do that, what happens is like a channel of God's flow starts to flow through us, and that's when you start to see the manifestations and the quantum leap start to happen. Anytime I had a quantum leap, 0 to 100 grand a month, 0 to 50 grand a month, whatever these things were, is because I was always consciously congruent with what I was being told at that moment. All right, and we'll get into some of the more here in a second, but make sure you're getting the gym. The next one is posting content. I had to change my identity. I have to post every single day. I've not missed a single day of posting content on Instagram since I started with Wes Watson about 30 days ago. And now picking up YouTube because there's just a need within me to share this information. And I'm not really trying to like scale and teach and sell so much. I just want to give, because the more I make videos like this, not only can I articulate this information more, I'm adding value to you, and down the line, you'll probably want to work with me in one of my coaching or consulting businesses, regardless if I help you anyways. But the biggest reason is I love to post the content, showing the journey and documenting. Before, what I was struggling with, and you might be as well, was being attached to the results. I'm posting videos and it only gets 300 views. I post a YouTube video, it gets 100 views, right? And so what would happen is I was posting content in a selfish way. I was posting content not for the process, not for adding value, but so I could get some views. And because those views didn't match what I thought I wanted, I stopped doing it. And how many times have we start posting content and doing these things, and then we stop doing it in selfish reasons because we're not getting the views and the algorithm's not hitting us. Guys, even right now on Instagram, at the time of filming, like some of my videos will get 300 views, 400 views, 500 views. You know, like it's crazy. But guess what? I'm more dialed in on the process, daily disciplines. Remember, I'm not attached to the end result of posting content to get clients. I'm more attached to the process. and the daily discipline that I will do it every single day, even if it gets 300 views or 300,000 or 3 million, showing up every single day, posting content and making that part of my identity. Because really what we're talking about, this foundation here, is identity. When you start to identify as this person, you'll naturally follow through with this. If you identify as a man that goes to the gym, guess what you'll do? You go to the gym. If you identify as a person who posts content internally, guess what you'll do? Your actions will be posting content. If you never identify as these things, your actions will never follow through. This is some of the mindset stuff we talk about. And the fifth one, remember, there's a bonus here, so stay to the end. We have a sixth one, but here's number 5, big one here, dropping your vices. Dropping your vices, alcohol, drinking, and porn, these kind of things right here. As a man, you have to be able to lock in on certain disciplines. How can we, guys, trust me, I've spent thousands of dollars on alcohol. I've bought the $5,000 tables, $7,000 tables. I've done all this stuff. There's nothing that really comes with it. The girls that are out there, they're not there for you. It's just all distraction. It's all fugazi. It's all a facade. So why are we wanting to do this stuff to escape? Now, if you want to do it once a month with your boys, whatever, I haven't done it now in months. But guys, I've spent the money on the alcohol. All it does is fog up your energy. Think about this. If we are mental creatures and the mental focus that we have is dictating the direction in which our business, our flow, our attention is so powerful. And we're gonna bog that down and fog it up by drinking alcohol. When's the last time you drank a lot of alcohol and the next morning you were ready to hit the gym, just take your business to the next level? It doesn't happen because it takes 3 to 4 days for the fogginess to get away. And imagine if you're drinking once a week. Guys, it takes you 3 days to recover, then you have 3 days of work, and then you're back to fogginess again. Like, it's impossible. Or doing drugs or stuff like this. What are you escaping? And when I say you, it's just like in general. What is a person escaping if they need to take drugs and all these kind of stuff? It's because they're not happy with their life. We have to sit there and go through these problems and figure out, okay, why do I want to escape this? Am I not happy with my life, my business, my body, my money? What are the things? And facing those problems sometimes are a lot more difficult than having to go do the drugs. The drugs get you away from that. And the final one here, I don't want to talk about it too much in public right now, but that last one, the hub. Guys, that one will destroy you more than anything. It sucks your attention. It sucks you spiritually. I don't even need to talk about this. You know this deep down inside that that's not what we're supposed to be doing. But sometimes just knocking that out and just be consciously congruent gives you enough power as a man to get to the next level. And the sixth one, the bonus one that we have here, thank you for staying to the end, by the way. Make sure you subscribe below if you're watching me for the first time, and follow me on Instagram, because I do a lot more stuff on Instagram right now, because that's where most of my attention is going, to build up the brand there. But here's the sixth one here. I got this from Wes Watson, tracking your macros, okay? I didn't even know what macros were about 6 months ago, I'll be completely honest. But tracking my macros now, and just being able to lose weight, build muscle, and build the body of my dream, just comes down to that discipline again. Do I necessarily want to track macros? Not really. Do I want the results that I'll get from it? Yes, but it goes back to the process. Two things that you're seeing here as a foundation. Number one is the process. Guys, for years, I was so addicted to the end result. How much money will I make? How many views will I get? What's the end result that I'll get out of this? And because I was so attached to the results, I would start something, and if I didn't see results in a month, 3 months, 6 months, I would quit. You probably resonate with this. And the second one is an identity. If you don't go and start to identify as these things, you'll never get the results. If you don't identify as a person that goes to the gym, you'll never do it. If you don't identify as these things and start to raise your self-image, none of this will start to have an alignment. When I committed to doing these daily disciplines, I saw a dramatic increase in my income, and now I'm just taking this thing to the next level. I just started implementing burpees into my life because I hate doing them and I suck at them and my hips are so stiff. But guess what? Day 1 was today. And I already imagine what it looks like day 1,000, day 2,000. I can already see it in my head, staying there consistently every single day. So guys, these were the 5 to 6 things that I implemented into my life that added an extra 20 grand in 2 weeks to my business. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. And this is what's going to bring me to $2 million per month. Watch it right now on this YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time. DeAndre Saxon.